Hi everybody, this is John back with another model final reveal video. This is the AFV Club's 1/100th scale Mikoyan Guyravich MiG-25 Foxbat A. Now, when I did the review for this kit, I did state that this kit was actually somebody else's mould. I can't remember, I think it's an LS kit. And AFV Club have a reputation for producing models that are top class, fantastic quality mouldings, and this kit I thought was sort of average. It wasn't particularly well detailed. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't particularly well detailed. And I did have an issue with this model in that one of the missiles was missing, but I didn't really want to put missiles on it anyway because I wanted to portray Viktor Belenko's defecting Foxbat when he defected from Russia to Tokyo in 1970. And Red 31 was the number of his Foxbat. Now, the kit itself is actually quite nice. It's not bad at all. As I said, it's not fantastically detailed, but then, you shouldn't really be expecting loads and loads of detail on a 1/100th scale kit, but it's not bad. It fits together like a glove. There are no fit issues with this kit whatsoever. I did need to weight the nose a little bit, and I think I overdid it. I think I put two slabs of lead shot into the nose, but there's plenty of room in there, so that wasn't an issue either. I'll just turn the kit out upside down so you can see what's going on. Now, I did have an issue with this kit with the decals, and you can see now I've got a piece of, it looks like a piece of backing cloth, but it's not actually. It's actually backing print film. And if I take that off, it's going to rip the decal off, as it did to half the decal on the other wing here. You can see I had a piece left over from there as well. Now, I have heard from feedback on the internet that AFV Club's decals can either be no problem whatsoever, or they can be problematic like I found them, where they just didn't want to come off the backing film, or they can disintegrate as soon as you try and move them off the waterslide backing paper. And I didn't find that, but I did find that they didn't want to come off the backing film, and the backing film came away with the decal, which I wasn't very impressed with. Belenko's MiG-25 actually didn't have any missiles on the aircraft when he defected. So I portrayed that, and the colour of the wheel wells and the undercarriage oleos there is actually what I call MiG green, interior green. It's quite a grassy green zinc chromate colour, and the rear jet pipes are actually finished in a mixture of dark tan and copper to give a rusted sort of jet pipe look, and the back of the engine unit there is finished in G11, just a Humbrol coat G11, and all the avionics are finished in matte dark sea grey. The aircraft itself is painted in matte 128, which is a light sort of aircraft gold grey. Well, it's more of a sky grey really, but it's got a sort of a steel tone to it, and that is the colour the MiG-25s were painted in. But anyway, that's the AFV Club 1/100th scale MiG-25. I did enjoy building this kit actually. It did go together quite nicely. Didn't have any issues, and it was a fun build. I just didn't like the decals that came with the kit. They were a nightmare. So be aware that if you are building or you have any AFV Club kits in your stash, and it doesn't matter whether they're aircraft, armour, ships, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. The decals seem to be problematic. Not always. Sometimes they go on like a dream, but sometimes they just disintegrate, and just trying to move them off the backing paper. So just be aware of that when you're building an AFV Club kit. Would I recommend this kit to people? Yeah, I think I would. Especially if you fancy building 1/100th scale aircraft, because it's a scale that is big enough to incorporate quite a bit of detail, but it's not so big that it takes up huge amounts of room in your shelves. And if room is a premium for you, then I would go for 1/100th scale. It's a better scale offering than 144th. So anyway, that's the final reveal for the AFV Club Mikoyan Guyravich MiG-25 Foxbat A. Hope this video has been of some use. If you have any questions, queries, just pop them in the description underneath the video, and I'll get back to you with the next one. Bye bye for now.